I hope you're having a good day. So today's video is going to be about being on multiple platforms. So every platform has its strengths and weaknesses, but I think that because really selling is very competitive and there's a lot of different types of customers and different types of people that purchase items on different platforms, it's really helpful to be on multiple platforms. A lot of people think that if they put their items on multiple platforms, that it's all going to sell at the same time, and usually that is not the case. What you do is that right when something sells, you just delist it right at that moment from all the other platforms. So the platforms that I highly recommend all resellers to be on is in order. I would recommend, if you're new, the first platform I would recommend is Poshmark. And the reason why I would recommend Poshmark is because it's easy to photograph and list, as well as send out and ship the labels to customers. You don't have to weigh it. You don't have to think to like how heavy is the item, things like that. And then it's just a 20% cut. It is a little bit more time consuming. So because it's a social app, you do have to share and share your items and list items, things like that. But Poshmark's ease of usability makes it an app that I highly recommend new resellers to try. The second app that I would recommend, a reselling platform I would recommend, is eBay. And I know there's a lot of negative connotations to eBay, but eBay is a very big platform with millions and millions of users. So it's just been there for so long, and it's only 10% cut for eBay, as well as a 3% PayPal cut. And if you just get a weight scale at Target for $5 or $10, all you have to do is weigh the item, and then if it's under 15 ounces, you're just gonna put it in first class mail, and if it's more than that, you would pick priority mail, and then it would be a choice between flat rate as well as just weighing out the item and shipping it out. So second app I would recommend is eBay, just because there's so many customers. I know that a lot of people think that there's a lot of scammers and things like that, but every platform can have that kind of people. So you shouldn't be prejudiced to just one platform because of other people's stories. The third platform that I would highly recommend is Tradesy. And Tradesy is an app where there's a lot more higher end clients. So if you have designers like Chanel, Gucci, Prada, Zara, even Abercrombie, Anthropologie, Free People, all of those kind of clothes lovers and friends are all on there. And I tend to typically get higher paying customers there, but I get less sales. And the commission is, I believe it's 20% for the fee, and then you also have to pay the PayPal fee that comes along with that. But Tradesy I really like because you don't get as many low offers, and the sales are pretty high profit margin, but the problem is the sales is not as consistent. The fourth app that I would recommend is Mercari. And I think the stigma with Mercari is similar to eBay, is that there's a lot of scammers and lowballers. But the truth is, I made one of my highest sales on Mercari, which was a Supreme beanie, sold for like, I don't know, like $300 or something really high. So I also sold my Chanel bags there, and I've had positive reviews on Mercari, as well as it's only a 10% cut. And another benefit of Mercari is that you're not limited to 5 pounds or 10 pounds. You could ship items that are 20, 30, 50, 80 pounds, and the shipping rates are phenomenally lower than a lot of other selling apps. So I really recommend Mercari. And the last app that I recommend is, the last two apps I recommend is Amazon and Vestiaire. So Vestiaire is like kind of a designer European eBay for designers. I would always make that comment. And you could also price like things higher because they take a higher commission, but the people there and the customers there do not lowball you, and they appreciate designers. So you're not going to be selling a designer, high-end designer there for 40-50 bucks. It's probably going to be in the hundreds. I sold brands like Chanel, Gucci, Celine. So those higher end designers I sold on Vestiaire, Burberry, and it's a little bit a higher percentage cut, but you could also price your items a lot higher as well. And then the last site that I would recommend is Amazon. And the only reason why it's kind of harder for me to push for Amazon is because there's a lot of barriers of entry. You have to, get a manufacturer's note to sell some of the higher brands, the widely recognized brands, and just you might be gated for a lot of items, so it's hard for you to find the right item to sell. But once you do find the right item to sell and you have a decent profit, you could sell it fast because Amazon is bigger than eBay, and people are willing to pay a premium price, especially Prime members. And you could do something called Fulfilled by Amazon. So you would ship the items to Amazon, so then you will not have your house looking like Walmart. So that's kind of why that app is really, really alluring, is that you don't have to store all your items in your house. So those are the apps that I would highly recommend. Don't worry, if you are really consistent about taking things off right when it sells. I hardly ever had that problem where everything sells at the same time. And when one platform's slow, I have the other ones to back up on. So I hope this helps, and I hope that you could be at least on 2 at the bare minimum. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Please like and subscribe.